because we only get so long. So tonight I've noticed like a trend amongst like my coaches on my team specifically, but I'm sure it's, happening with everybody. And I know it happened with me myself, that I tend to like talk myself out of doing stuff. And ever since I kind of like got out of that mindset where I'm just like, no, you know what? You thought about posting this, so go ahead and post it. Ever since I kind of got out of that like whole mindset of like talking myself out of doing something, I just feel like I'm more like comfortable in my own skin. I'm becoming more of a confident coach. And so I kind of wanted to just talk about that today, getting out of our own way. We tend to like stop ourselves from doing stuff that would actually like catapult us into this like whole new level of coaching. And it's just, it's like our own fault, like we just do it to ourselves. And I'll see people say, oh, I'll try to do this, or yeah, I'll think about it, or yeah, I took that progress picture, but I'm not going to post it. I'm always like, well, why wouldn't you post it if you took the picture? It's great. It's great for you that you did that you took the picture, that you took the chance to take a picture, that you worked so hard and you have progress to share. So, post it. So I wanted to ask, you guys can just like raise your hand. How many of you typed up a post and then deleted it before you posted it? Or posted it and then deleted it quickly? And then how many of you have a progress picture in your phone or in your computer that you've never posted? And when is the last time that you really stepped out of your comfort zone? Can you remember? Have you stepped out of your comfort zone today? Anybody? No? You're all muted, but yeah. So it's hard. It's hard to take that step and really like push yourself to jump out of that comfort zone, because it's comfortable, right? Like we're in this zone and we don't want to get out of it. It's really awkward to post something that is, maybe a little bit further than you've ever gone before. I know like there's like this discussion about posting things like income. Like, is that really beneficial to post your income? And it's not really necessarily about posting your income, but is it beneficial to step outside of your comfort zone and say, like, I was really struggling with, paying for X, Y, and Z, and I started coaching and things have kind of fallen into place and we're not struggling with that point anymore, but it's just uncomfortable to share that you were ever struggling to begin with. And I think it's important to share that stuff because it's real. It's a reality for so many people, that, I didn't know what the hell to eat before I started coaching. Like I had no idea. There's still times I'm like, not so sure about that. And that's real. Like we follow a program, and we teach people how to use the programs, but we don't have answers to everything. And being honest and vulnerable is real, and it's uncomfortable sometimes, but it also makes us, more likable, and it makes us more human, and it makes us more approachable. So I think it's really important to just take that step and kind of push ourselves out of our comfort zone every single day. And then the other thing about being in our own way is I find myself complicating this so often, and I've posted it so many times, like, I feel like I just don't know what to do. And that's like the dumbest thing. We're told all the time what to do, the 3 vital behaviors, right? We're told like every single day, just do the 3 vital behaviors, and they work. And that's why we're told to do them. But I totally overcomplicate it. I'm always like, I see everybody doing all these things and I'm not really doing that. Like Alicia's always posting videos of herself working out. And like, I never do that because I'm not comfortable doing it. So I should, right? Because I should step out of my comfort zone. But the 3 vital behaviors work, and they like, when you do them consistently, you could see the payoff. And then I was told for so long to do a free group, and I never did one consistently. Like I had a free group there, but I never posted in it. I never worked with it. I never pushed it. I never like offered it to people. If they couldn't order a challenge pack, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, great. Well, I'll check back with you. And now that I've really taken Kara's advice from her webinar and ran with it, I've seen my Success Club points hit like 5 or 10 consistently. I've seen a major income increase this last month, and it was like about 6 months ago that I watched that video or that webinar of hers. So the whole, what you're putting in you'll see the benefit in 6 months. It's really true. Like you really do see it if you're consistently working with it. But just listening to the things that people tell us and following the advice of those people that their values and their business line up with what you want yours to be, I think is really important. Like Kara has this huge giving heart and her group is amazing. And that's something that I would love to have, is like my group to be this like large caring community. So for me to be able to take that and kind of implement it in my own way, but follow her advice has really been good. And I'm no longer like stopping myself from that. Before I was like, oh, I don't have time to post in a free group. Like, what's the point? The point is that it gives people something of value. It creates a community, and your challengers like go in there and they do all this work for you. Like I have a couple of challengers now that are constantly posting in my free group, and they're telling people about like meal prep and the 21-day fix and how awesome it is and how great they feel. And like, it's doing this work for me. And so it's created like this own community that I no longer have to do. And then the last thing is every day, I want you guys to start posting something that scares you just a little bit. Like whether it's that progress picture that you've been totally afraid to post, or a quote that maybe is a little bit further out of your like comfort zone, or a little bit more bold than maybe you would originally post. I've posted some things and I feel like afterwards I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have posted that. Maybe it was a little too opinionated, or maybe it was a little too harsh. But then it gets this like topic rolling and people start talking on there, and it creates like a whole new line of communication for people. And even if they don't agree with you, you're still like kind of getting your point across, and they're like learning something, and then they're following you maybe a little bit closer, or they're mad at you and they unfriend you, which is fine. I've had that happen a lot lately. People are blocking me left and right, which really it's fine. Like if they don't have the same opinion as me and they don't want to see what I'm saying, then that's fine. There's room for more, right? But do things that scare you and stop getting in your own head, like in your own headspace and talking negative to yourself. If you wouldn't say something to your best friend, don't say it to yourself. That was something that I posted today in my group, because I find that we always are, so many people talk down to themselves. And I think that we stop ourselves from being successful by doing that. So that was my spiel for the night. And now I'm going to open it up to whoever wants to talk about one success and one struggle from their week. So if you want to go, raise your hand and I'll unmute you. Trying to look as fast as I can. There's so many faces. Who wants to go? Anybody? One success, one struggle? Anybody? Alicia, hang on one second.
Okay, so I'll go since no one's going. One success, I don't know, that I hit Success Club 9 because it was a struggle last month. The struggle is right now, like you were saying, getting out of my own way and worrying. Like you get to a point where I've kind of been at the same spot for a while, and I doubt my posts. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't do that, or maybe I should, and just that whole, and just shutting down those voices saying, forget it, just go forward, keep pushing forward. And it's funny because I end up motivating people. When I'm like worried about it, but then people are, oh, it's so motivating, I'm trying to catch you, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yep.
And then seeing the transformations within my group, which is, that's really like probably the coolest thing, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. I love it. All right, who's next? Who wants to share a success and a struggle from the week or the month? I guess you could do the month of January.
I'll share.
Okay, you're muted.
Sorry, I was a little late. I was like rushing to get on the call. Okay, so a success for me has been, I've been like really burnt out before the trip to Jamaica, and just was totally like just feeling like nothing was working anymore, and I lost my drive for my business. I lost the direction that I wanted to go in. I kind of just like totally was just like, I don't know what to do. And I felt just so conflicted. And after being on the trip in Jamaica and sitting with Brittany Leggett, who was, you know, a top 10 coach and a 15-star diamond, and realizing that, like, as we're talking, I'm like, there's literally, like, I know a lot more about health and fitness than her, and we have the same exact tools, and we have, like, the same exact, like, all of the things that she has access to, I have access to also. And it kind of just made me realize, like, anybody can do this. Not that she's stupid. I'm not saying that. Not that she doesn't know anything about health and fitness. She's super smart. But when I was talking to her, like, it just occurred to me, she's just like us. She's just like me. So a huge success for me has been taking that home and kind of like finding my fire again in my business and being reminded of why I want to do this, and being excited to work with challengers again, and being excited to, you know, host an awesome challenge group. I love even just the challenge group we have going right now with the coaches. Like, I love seeing everybody's check-ins every day. And you can get burnt out from that after a while, and challenge groups can get old and feel defeating. And that's just a huge success for me, is that I'm recruiting again, and I'm excited for challenge groups, and I'm boosting my page again, and I'm just trying to see growth, which for a while I was just too scared to do because I was so overwhelmed. A challenge has been my workouts, getting my workouts in for sure. If it's not my kids that are sick, it's like me that's sick, or like right now my son has an earache. I just got him to bed, thank God. But it was a miserable day. So just making time to be, you know, prove the product works, I think right now is my biggest challenge. So my goal for this next week is work out every day, no excuses, and staying on top of my nutrition, which I've been good with for the most part, the nutrition, even with missing my workouts. So that's where I'm at, guys. I'm so glad to see so many faces.
Me too.
I love you guys. Okay, I'm going to mute myself.
All right, who wants to go next? One success and one struggle. Linda's gonna go. Hang on, I'll meet you. If I could find your name. There you are. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one success. I've been killing my workouts. Completely killing my workouts. I upped my weight to 20 pounds. And I'm like beast mode. I am so super, like, I seriously was like doing it today, and I was like screaming in my house, like, yeah, I was like She-Ra. So
you were like those guys grunting in the gym.
Yeah, seriously. I was like freaking awesome today. So that's like really making me happy again, because for a long time I did T25, like when I first signed up as a coach, and then I did 21 Day Fix, kind of, sort of. But like I kind of really dropped off, and I was just concentrating on trying to, like, you know, boost the business, which I was not being a product of the product. So I'm really 30 days strong. I've been product of the product and posting every single day. And I'm getting a lot of new people, a lot of new feedback, you know. So I'm super excited about that. My struggles have been just trying to figure out how I'm going to accelerate and grow my business. I had, 6 people in a coach preview group, which 3 ignored me and 2 said maybe down the road. It's not the good time right now. And 1 is still on the fence. So fingers crossed. But I'm just struggling to just kind of find a direction which way I want to go with my business. But, you know, I'm trying, and I think posting every day and being in everybody's face and really being a product of the product is definitely bringing people, like, I'm getting a lot more messages and people are asking questions and stuff. So I'm more genuine now, which I'm happy about.
Good.
So.
Yay.
Yay.
20 founders. Yay. Okay, who wants to go next? Anybody? Sam, let me unmute you. Hang on 1 second. Gotta find you on the list. There you are. Okay.
So I did the new training. I forget the name of it already. What is it? The Shred Nation training.
The Action U one?
Yeah, and I really loved it. And my success for January was following through and like really staying consistent with my invitations and following up with people. And I put in the work for January, but then my struggle was everything kind of falling apart and nobody coming through, you know, the people that said they wanted to buy. So, I don't know, it's kind of a catch-22 because I know I tried and I know I put in every ounce of effort I could have put in, but I'm trying to, you know, find that middle ground where I can just accept that I can't really force people to do things they're not ready for, but I put in the work. So I'm happy with that. And I really liked Action University a lot. And I recommend it to anyone who hasn't done it yet. So it's not really super successful month, but I tried my hardest. So
You planted seeds, right?
yeah, I planted a lot of seeds, and I actually learned how to like give up on people. That sounds really bad, but I mean, at one point I told one girl, I said, listen, you know, I can see that you're not ready, so I'm going to let you get back to me because I'm putting so much effort into these people that are just, you know, bullshitting with me, for the lack of better terms, but they really are. Like, they are making themselves feel better by saying they want to do this, and they're not ready. And I feel like by me saying, you know what, I can see that you're not ready, is kind of giving them a little kick. And they're like, wait a second, she can't tell me that. She can't tell me I'm not ready.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not going to sit there and force you to be ready. So it's kind of that tough love thing. Like, I'm going to tell you you're not ready. And then maybe you'll sit down and think tonight, wait, like, that's crap. How's she going to tell me I'm not ready? So I'm just kind of waiting for those replies to start trickling in.
Yeah. Those are like my best motivators. When somebody says you can't do it, like my husband's like, you'll never match my income. I'm like, oh, really? Now you're just me. Let's see how that works for you.
Yeah. And it comes out of pure love, like, because I know they can do it. But if you're going to put me off every single day and say, no, you know, tomorrow, then you're not ready. And maybe that's what it takes to get you to actually commit. So
Yep.
that is all.
Awesome. Okay. Anybody else want to go? And Amanda, hang on, I'll unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
So a success for this week would probably be that I actually gave out my website link because I was actually, I don't know if I was just mentally blocking myself from giving it to people when they asked me about Beachbody, or if I just wasn't confident enough in myself to do that, but I overcame that this week and actually gave it out.
Yay!
Nobody's bought anything yet, but I have somebody who said she's going to buy on Friday, so really going to follow through with her. A struggle is probably that I wasn't giving it out. And also, I had a couple of people that I invited to the coach preview, which was a huge step for me inviting them. And they just weren't interested right now, which is fine. But, you know, I'm kind of trying to figure out what to say next.
Yeah. What did they say that they, for the reason, like what was the reason they weren't ready?
One person, she didn't want to do it because she's on disability. And if she started making income, they would take away her supplemental income. And then the other person, her husband didn't want her to do it right now. So.
Damn, man. Seriously. It's like, I swear to God, it's probably one of the most common objections that I get. Oh, my husband's not really sure if I should do it right now. I'm like, all right, well, I'll talk to him too if you want me to. And maybe, I know that I had a couple coaches actually get on a coach preview like webinar that Joni had hosted, and the husbands got on with them. And I think that was like the convincing factor, was they listened to that. So that's an option too.
I'm just going to chime in. If you guys think that a live Q&A like we used to do would be more beneficial than the coach preview group, I'm totally down for that. If we can find a night this month that you guys can invite your prospects to, like anybody who's interested in coaching, and especially anybody who has a spouse that's objective to, has an objection is what I mean, to coaching, then definitely that would be a good opportunity. For me, my husband told me not to sign up. Ha! Glad I didn't listen to him. Listen to him about a lot of things. I didn't listen to him about that though. But I just wanted to chime in that if that's something that you guys think would you benefit from that, thumbs up if you would. Like a live Q&A, like webinar that we could get on. All right, cool. That's something that I'll put in the works then. All right, continue.
All right. Are you all done then? You're good, Amanda?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Good job giving out your website. Who wants to go next? Tanis? Okay, let me unmute you. Hang on. Takes me a minute to scroll all the way down. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so I guess my success was staying consistent with my workouts. Even being away in the Caribbean for a week, I was able to maintain the hammer and chisel. And I guess my biggest success is posting clips of my workouts on my like page. I have Alicia as my upline coach, and so that's always very difficult to follow suit with. So that was a big success for me. I guess struggle. Can I only say one? I have a whole bunch. I guess my biggest struggle is admitting struggle on my page. I'm having a lot of personal struggles, and I think that probably a lot of people can relate with, but I'm having a hard time putting it into words.
Mm-hmm.
I think I try to always be positive on my pages, and I think that that's good, but I also think that showing vulnerability is important. So I just have to get out of my head that it's not the end of the world to post that I'm struggling, because I think that other people can relate.
Definitely. And you don't have to give like every little nitty-gritty detail.
Oh no.
Just, even if you just say like today's a struggle or whatever, and kind of little bits and pieces, because that makes you real. Yep. Awesome. All right. Anybody else want to go? Did anybody raise their hand? Connie, hang on one second. Are you unmuted? Nope. Hang on. Sorry. Mute. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Successes would be my business picking up a little bit. I've had a few coaches reactivate. I got one that is back to Emerald this week, and I've sold a few challenge packs last week, so they counted for last month. But so yeah, it's been a while since my business has been doing much because I've been slacking. But I'm trying to pick things back up. And my struggles would probably be just keeping consistently with the business side. I feel like I need Action University 24/7, because anytime I'm in Action University or training, I am on the ball every day with business and inviting and everything. And then once it's over, there'll be like a week where I do absolutely nothing, and I start to lose motivation again. But I need to just stay consistent with the business, and I think I really need to find a success partner who's going to hold me accountable and keep me on top of things. So that's what I'm struggling with right now.
Yeah, it's hard. Like when somebody's telling you exactly what to do, it makes it a lot easier. And then the minute that drops off, it definitely gets harder.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to make it through the last 12 weeks of this pregnancy too.
Definitely struggle. I know. And the first trimester, you just don't want to do anything.
I know. That was awful. I couldn't even work out. Now I'm keeping up my workouts, but I'm like so jealous of everyone pumping out ridiculous weight on hammer and chisel.
It'll be there soon. Soon enough. All right. Well, good job with the challenge pack sales.
Thanks.
All right. Who wants to go next? Anybody? Melissa? Okay, hang on one second. I love seeing everybody's faces today. Okay, go ahead.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm really excited because I got Zoom up, so that was awesome. Are you just saying your success and your failures, or things you need to work on?
One success and one struggle from the last week or the last month.
So success. Okay, so a huge success is my free group is up and back to life. It died because of me not keeping up with it, not posting, and when people don't reply to what you're saying, it's very discouraging to just keep posting.
Mm-hmm.
But I brought it back to life, and people are having a really good time in it. I still struggle with posting 3 times a day, and that schedule more than anything, just because of my husband's schedule and work. But I need to stop making that an excuse or a reason and just start finding time to be more consistent.
Yeah, or even utilize Hootsuite and try to plan posts, plan motivational posts even, so that way you don't have to worry about actually physically posting it. You can just pre-plan it and you're good to go.
Right.
All right, so we have 10 minutes left. Does anybody else want to go before we get kicked off? Nobody? Last call. Well, thank you guys for hopping on and listening to my little speech. I recorded, so I'll post it, the link, the recording for it. And I hope you guys have a good week, a good Team Cup month. All right, bye.